to me.
Hello friends, I'm Rochelle Lecavalier. Welcome to Boca Strong. For those of you who have been following this series, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. We are bringing to you stories of entrepreneurship, community leaders, and business owners here in Boca Raton as we see our way through this unprecedented time of pandemic together. Today I'm here with Matt Williams, founder of FroPro, and everybody's really super favorite treat in the world of athleticism and really fit people. So I'm super excited to be here with a local business owner.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So just for people who are maybe not familiar with the FroPro brand, you started, the idea came out in 2011, and then you've built it consecutively. You know, over the years, it's gotten more successful. You brought on your wife, Chelsea. That's been a good happening.
It's been a great thing, absolutely.
So how are you doing in light of what's going on in the world today? Are you up, down, sideways? In the business, we'll start with.
Sure. I would say that's definitely been challenging. You know, a lot of what I talk about is like the routine of everything.
Yes.
The routine has definitely changed here. Like everybody was like, this is getting serious, this is getting serious. So what we took as a kind of marker was, let's prepare everything ahead of time. Let's make sure we're well stocked on our product, which is a peanut butter snack bar, throw that in there. And it really worked out in the fact that we're ready to go, and when things started closing down and shutting down and all these mandatory, you know, face masks and gloves and everything like that, it got kind of scary, you know, as a business owner. And I'm friends with a lot of people in like the restaurant business and the other local businesses that need to be open to survive.
So it sounds like you guys got out in front of it to a large degree. Like all the pandemic concerns were starting to rise. I don't even think anyone was calling it a pandemic yet. People were just saying, you know, you have to stay home and you can't be around people. So you actually were able to ramp up production a bit and get some stock.
Yeah, so we looked at it as, let's get as much as we can and store as much as we can to prepare for this, and then we reordered all of our materials just so we could make sure that, again, not that we were ahead of it, but it was just like, let's just be safe, and you know, because supply chains may go down, and you know, made sure that, you know, we're doing everything by the book. And it's very weird. I mean, it's eerie being in a place that's usually like people coming and going, and you know, very community based, and you know, people just stopping by. So now having people drive up and us walking out with gloves and a mask, it's I don't want to say it's funny, it's different, but it's also like part of the story. And it's like, you remember in, you know, I always say it's like 50 years from now, if I live that long, I look back and be like, hey, I remember in 2020 when we all had the masks and gloves. And you manufacture everything here in Boca Raton. You're fully local. Yeah, everything is done here. Right behind us is our kitchen. We're super proud of that. We're able to, you know, as we scale and as we grow, pending this all is a short-term thing for the quarantine, but you know, as we grow, we hope to continue that. We've been working with the same people for now 7 years, and it's been really cool because I've been very blessed to find some really hardworking people that believe in what we're doing, work as hard as, I would say, like work as hard as I do and we do. And it's been a lot of fun. You're really fortunate in that way. Very, very fortunate.
So a big part of your backstory is about how this company even came to be. And we were speaking, you know, before the interview a little bit about that. How did this come to be? Let's share the backstory.
Yeah, I had made a lot of poor decisions over the years, and in 2010, I unfortunately got a DUI, and it was finally the like last straw, and that's when I finally admitted that I needed help and asked for help, and was like open to whatever anybody told me what to do. So yeah, I lost the privilege of driving. I lost the privilege of doing a lot of things, and essentially I lived in an apartment. Had my bike.
And then you were hungry.
Right.
So and then you came up with, it's like it all just sort of was this path that you never could have seen coming. As you said, like if someone had told you it would be where it is today, you would have thought they were crazy, I think you said.
Yeah, 100%.
And 100%. So you just created this, you needed a snack, then you had some people try it, and the next thing you know, fast forward,
we're here.
Very successful business.
It's been pretty interesting because, you know, it's like you get excited about certain things, and we started with one flavor, and then someone's like, hey, do this, and it was kind of like, let's continue to evolve and let's continue to expand in terms of like, what do people like, and like.
So all of what's happening right now in this pandemic and like sort of being told how to do things and when to do things. It's disconcerting for a lot of people, and you were comparing it to your journey of recovery.
At the very beginning of the journey, I was in a building, essentially a program. They say, hey, here's where you're going to be.
Okay.
And there's an authority figure that basically says, you're allowed to do this, this, and this. You can leave anytime you want. It's not recommended. And if you do, just know that you can't, not that you can't come back, but it's like, if you make that choice, this isn't a revolving door.
Yes.
So it was one of those things. I was like, man, this is very eerily familiar to, when I was fortunate enough to go to a treatment program. And the other side of that is, oh, by the way, while you're here, you have to change one thing. Everything.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I related to, like, you have to I have to start a new routine. There's different things that you do, and hopefully, I've seen both sides of it. It's, if you come out of this with a new skill, a new discipline, a new anything, that's great. If you don't, it's okay, because we're in a pandemic and it's like a really scary time. I'm getting over the initial part. Now it's like, how do I live life?
How do you maintain that?
Correct.
Day in and day out. I guess as with anything, right? Correct. Health and fitness, emotional health, all of these areas require consistent attention every single day.
That's the watchword. Yeah, consistency is everything. So,
historically, there have been these times, right? People now are saying, during the Spanish flu and during some other times of, I'm going to call them times of pause, for lack of a better term, right? Where people are in a position where they suddenly have all this extra bandwidth. They have this time, this energy that's available to them, and right now we're on a pause, like the go has stopped. I'm wondering about, what sort of interesting business ideas we're going to see. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about investing in themselves, looking at putting in place meditation practices, some workout or health routines, sleeping more, and then exploring business ideas and trying to see how they can double down. So the FroPro, you came up with this right when you were on your bike.
Yep.
You were
Sure.
biking around, you needed a little something to keep you going. It's like nut butter and all natural ingredients, right?
Yeah, so initially when I started, it was just the ingredients I had in my house, and then I kind of learned a little bit more through working with nutritionists and people that had been doing this for years, because this was just a fun idea.
And it's a limited number of ingredients, right? It's
yes.
like very concise and all
Correct.
real
Yeah.
stuff.
We do all natural peanut butter, organic peanut butter, plant-based protein, gluten-free oats, honey, and cinnamon. And then with the flavors, we add organic USDA coffee, certified organic, mint oil, raspberry powder, and the PBJ. So we try to source all these ingredients that are good for you. And I share all the time, like, I didn't start FroPro to be a small business owner. I didn't start FroPro because there was like a missing market gap of like, oh, the world needs a peanut butter snack bar. I made it because it was something that I enjoyed and that I thought was good for me. And I started to slowly share it with the people that I was involved with or working with. What's funny is, like, when people say, like, why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? And like, oh, this sugar, they like talk about the bar, and it's like, listen, I know I'm not going to be for everybody. And we used to say, relax, we're an effing snack, which is, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to throw off your eating routine. It's literally under 200 calories. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, that's okay too. So we just wanted to, let people know, and we kind of had fun with that campaign for a little while, like, relax, it's just part of the day, and like, we hope you enjoy it.
Everybody I know loves them, so.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Matt. This was really a treat. Pun definitely intended.
Get that.
Absolutely pun intended. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Boca Strong. Be sure to follow #Boca Strong so you can see more stories of inspiring entrepreneurs, business owners, and community leaders right here in Boca Raton. Stay safe. Stay 6 feet apart. Thanks so much for watching.